The Samsung Galaxy A72 was announced in March 2021 together with its little brother, the Samsung Galaxy A52. The Samsung Galaxy A72 has been my primary device for the past 6 months. In today's video, we dive deep into the good and the bad of this $450 smartphone. The Samsung Galaxy A72 is a 6.7-inch monster with a Super AMOLED display capped at 1080p. Now, summing the features of the display up is the presence of a 90Hz refresh rate. But then of course, if you're someone coming from a 120Hz panel, you notice the micro stutter when scrolling through stuff. But if you're coming from a 60Hz panel, you notice the smooth fluidity when scrolling through lists or switching between apps and gaming. Now, the display is very great. It's one of the best out there. Streaming content, gaming, and just doing random stuff with the display is something you never regret wasting your money on such a smartphone. The display department will get an 8 over 10 from me because even though it can get extremely bright, the 800 nits of peak brightness doesn't really do it for me when I'm outdoors. I find myself struggling a little bit when viewing stuff in broad daylight. It's not really bad unless the sun got into a brawl with the people of Earth, and in that case, the high brightness hinders me from seeing clearly the things I want to view on the phone. But then again, it's not much of a problem. The build of this device is a plastic build, not so durable, but mine has fallen quite a number of times, and I must say it's solid. Now, although I would advise to get a protective case and a screen protector. Now, talking about protection, stay protected on the internet with Privado VPN. Link to download the app will be in the description. The build gets slippery without a protective case to give you grip. If you are somebody with wet palms, the phone can slip off easily. So please get a protective case to avoid the cost of repairing your A72 from dropping it. Now, the build for the Infinity O display on the Galaxy A72 is made from Corning Gorilla Glass 5. Gorilla Glass is known to be durable, but it's glass and it will definitely shatter in extreme conditions. Performance on the device comes from the Snapdragon 720G chipset, which is coupled with 6GB of RAM. It does so well, but not so well because the chipset is more of a mid-range chipset. You'd experience thermal throttling issues in gaming a lot. It gets relatively hot during long gaming section. I'm not much of a super gamer, but the only games I've tried playing on this device is Call of Duty Mobile and Asphalt 9. With Call of Duty Mobile taking majority of the heating up issues, the Asphalt barely heats up the phone. But then of course, you feel the phone heat up a little bit if you go longer hours. In general, if you're not doing any heavy demanding tasks to push the phone to its thermal limit, you'd hardly experience any lags or stutter. But here's a quick tip. Your phone could start lagging if you have your internal memory filled up. So make sure to clear it or uninstall unused apps on the phone. Still on performance, this device runs on One UI 3.1 based on Android 11, and the experience has been amazing. I find myself switching back on the UI experience anytime I use a third-party launcher. Now, rumors have it that it's likely to get One UI 4.0 update with Android 12, so we wait. Updates are one part of this device that keeps longer in the sense that scheduled monthly updates get to this device pretty late, and they're mostly received close to the end of the month, when all the other devices, including the A52, would have received theirs a week ago. I mean, it's not a bad thing because you'd still get the updates. It's just going to take some time. Overall, I'll give the performance an 8 over 10 as well. Let's talk about battery life. We can't talk about performance without talking about the battery life. Since this device comes with a 5000 mAh battery capacity, you can go through the entire day without having to worry about your battery dying on you. It's a really
very interesting. School here.
It's a really solid part of the phone. You get an 18-watt fast charger in the box when you get the phone, but this device is capable of super fast charging, so you could charge it with a 25 super fast charging adapter if you have one. Now, get your phone juiced up from 0 to 100% close to an hour and some minutes, whilst fast charger will get you fully charged for 48 to 55 minutes approximately. Now, this is because of the bigger battery capacity and some other external factors such as leaving your mobile data on and not clearing active apps, which were running in the background. Overall, the battery gets a 9/10. Let's talk about cameras. A quad camera setup on the rear that shoots amazing pictures. It comprises of a main wide camera lens, an ultra wide lens, a telephoto lens, and a macro lens. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd have noticed the prowess of this camera in full action since it does so well in good light condition. Now don't get me wrong, it performs fairly well in low light conditions, but it's superb when there is good light. The rear cameras have the capability of filming video at 4K 30fps, and that has a toll on battery life and performance sometimes. But for a mid-range smartphone, it's actually a cool thing to have. There is a feature in the camera section that says anti-shake. Now this gives you a more stabilized shot when filming, more like the software version of a gimbal. Another amazing feature is the scene optimizer, which detects the type of subject you are taking a picture of. Just like most Samsung devices, there is also a manual mode that gives you the flexibility to play with the looks and feel of your video and even when you're taking pictures. You also get portrait mode, a feature I personally don't find myself using much. It's okay, but edge detection is a bit of a mess sometimes. Up front in the Infinity O display is a 32 megapixel front-facing shooter, great for selfie shots in good lighting. Also, it records video at 4K 30fps. Now there's a cool feature with taking selfies, and that involves you waving your hand at the camera to take a picture. Yes, there's HDR for those willing to use it. It's effective and does well on both sides, either the rear or the selfie camera. The cameras will get an 8/10 as well. The Samsung Galaxy A72 overall is a great mid-range device, but if you're not a fan of a huge smartphone, you could go in for the less cheap and small model, the Galaxy A52. Now that should sum it up for the Galaxy A72. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, what you think about it in the comments, and in case I left anything you'd like to know about the Galaxy A72, do leave it down as well, and I will get interactive with you. My name is DELPPY. This has been my thoughts and my full review about the Galaxy A72. So leave your thoughts, like I said, in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. Stay safe. Peace out.